For the Texas Longhorns, revenge is sweet. 55-14 over Kansas, and you say it's Kansas. Well, yeah, it is Kansas. Well, guess what? That was the same Kansas program, actually an improved Kansas program. You lost to that team in Austin 57-56 last year. And what we saw a year ago, and this was kind of the low point for the Texas team in 2021, was the culture showing itself and looking lackluster, being subpar. And this was a Kansas team that, like I already said, it was improved from a season ago. Kansas, in every sense of the word, probably should have been more competitive in that game. But for Texas, didn't let that be the case. Let's start with this. Bijan Robinson, Mr. Mustard NIL deal himself, 25 carries, 243 yards, 4 touchdowns. Credit Steve Sarkisian, making it a point to force feed him the football, because last week against TCU, 12 carries, 29 yards. I get it. The run game wasn't really going, but for him to have an impact on the game the way he did, I mean, that breaks the whole game down in itself. You have a back go for 243. You feel pretty good about your chances to win the football game. And the Texas offense, we've said it before, they run the RPO system. There's a reason that R in RPO is first. You got to run to set up the pass. Well, when the run works, you don't really need to pass. You know what I'm saying? It's like in basketball when you drive the lane to eventually kick it out when they take away the layup because you've been driving so much. They never took away the layup for Texas yesterday. They could just lay it up and lay it up and lay it up and never really had to kick it out. And it's funny because all the talk about Quinn Ewers should be benched, give us Hudson Card, this, that, the other from a lot of the Texas fan base, whether you were part of that or not, that was something that was, starting to circulate. You didn't really hear much of that yesterday. And you didn't really need to throw it, but Quinn Ewers was serviceable. I mean, what was he, 12 for 21, 107 yards, a touchdown? When you run the football like that, when you drive the lane, it takes away the need to shoot three. It takes away the need to throw the deep ball or throw the ball at all, really. And you saw that yesterday. Quick note, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, we would love to have you along for the ride, love to have you at the party. We have a lot of the Longhorn faithful here, so all of you that have already joined us, Texas fans, thank you. If you haven't yet, come join us. We have a good time. The water's fine. Also, follow me on the social channels at JD Piquel on Twitter and on Instagram. A lot of interaction that we have there that we incorporate into the program here. Let's look at the big picture for Texas. Over-under win total in Vegas was 8.5 wins. You have one more game, finish out the year against Baylor in Austin to get to 8 wins. You're 7-4 right now. And maybe you're saying, well, that's not what we expected. That's not what we want. It's not unacceptable here at Texas. This time last year, may I remind you, you were 4-7. Okay? So I understand that the standard is much higher at Texas, and I'm cool with that. Honestly, I support that. I think that's something you should expect with the resources and access to talent. You should expect that at Texas. But understand, you're in year 2 under Steve Sarkisian. And people will say, yeah, it's year 2 under Steve Sarkisian, but this thing's been going on for 10 years at Texas trying to get back. Hey, as a program, we've been trying to push this thing uphill for a minute. It's time. Says who? You're blaming Steve Sarkisian for stuff that Tom Herman and Charlie Strong did to your program? Doesn't make any sense. I don't understand the logic behind that. Steve Sarkisian is creating his own Texas. Creating his own Texas that he believes will have some staying power, a more sustainable Texas. So if you're frustrated with the history of the program, that's fine, but it's just that. It's history, okay? Give Steve Sarkisian some time. So right now, I see nothing to deter any kind of optimism. I see no reason why this thing can't continue to trend upward. To go from 4 wins at this time a year ago to adding 3 wins to that total at this time, that's huge. That's a huge step in the right direction. For Texas fans, this program right now is like a newborn beginning to walk. In year 1, when a newborn first tries to walk, well, guess what? You're going to fall down a lot. That's just the fact of the matter. You're going to have some trial and error. And there's going to be, on the front end, a little more error. Now, in year 2, you're still not doing it perfectly. But guess what? That newborn, that new program is able to keep its feet, put more steps together, show more progress, and give you some sort of confidence that, hey, eventually this thing will be able to walk on its own. That's what I'm seeing from Texas. So I know the expectations are high. They should be. But understand, there is a process that is under construction right now at Texas that I think will pay positive dividends. But you got to give this thing time. You have to trust the process. Nothing off schedule is happening right now. They're building something. And you and I both know it. Recruiting is the lifeblood of college football. Well, Texas right now, I'll tell you what, number 6 class in the 2023 on-3 consensus team recruiting rankings at the time of this recording. So, I will say this. For Texas fans, if you want to get rid of Steve Sarkeesian, you're saying it's not happening quick enough, I would say hold your horses. Okay, pump the brakes. Like we said, upward trend, progress, all that, that's great. All those kids that are committed in the 2023 class, guess what? People commit to people. I know we want to say they commit to the school, and in some cases that's true, but I promise you, Steve Sarkeesian is the Jenga piece holding that entire recruiting class together. You want to make a switch? You want to get Steve Sarkeesian out of there? Well, guess what? You pull the key Jenga piece, that whole operation topples over, okay? They're building something. Be patient. They're getting even better personnel in there. They're reinstilling the culture, and they're building this thing with some staying power. A huge win over a team that beat you a year ago, that was a low point in your year, to throttle them the way that you did in this game, I think says a lot about the direction, and I think is just another positive data point in Steve Sarkeesian's Texas. I'll leave it at that. I'm JD Piquel. This has been The Hard Count. Nick Brake doing the real heavy lifting. You help drive this whole operation. It's the people's show. All right, come join the party. We're going to keep the party rolling, and we will see y'all next time. Hey, y'all, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also, be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.